So, how can you have a recovery when now down from 71% of the economy is from consumption? And I think it's going to revert back to the mean since the war, and that'll be 64.5% from 71. And that's a long way. It hasn't even happened yet. And you look at the economy with the unemployment. I mean, a good example is what the letter was talking about, or the lady was talking about to you, is carrying part-time people on full-time payrolls. It doesn't make any sense. You should have two different groups of people. One will work part-time and the other work full-time. Now the average is 33.3 hours per week. That stinks. It's terrible. It's just going to get worse. Of course, they're not going to tell you all this. That's the way it is. Well, my satellite feed just blew out, so I can't help you with prices.
All right.
And I don't know why. Probably having a windstorm, solar flares, but I'm down.
Oh, maybe Korea. Wasn't somebody supposed to blow a satellite out of the sky or something? Maybe they missed. Anyway, we got questions if you'd like to go right to the questions.
Yeah, I wanted to get another gold price here. Starting to come back in again. I just signaled Hong Kong, and they said they'd send the signal on.
Did they? Oh, good, good.
1 month 56, 131 on the. Now these figures are very important. Let me write them down here. We get 56 on the 1 month LIBOR rate. And the other one was what, 131. Okay. This is a rate which banks lend to each other in Europe, and many of the mortgages are based on these rates. And there goes gold at 922 off 2070, with silver at 1294. Coming back, the rates on the 3 month, which is the most important, we're down at around 110. Now they're up to 131. And we had a low of 70, not 70. I forget. Anyway, on the 1 month, it doesn't make any difference. But the rates are moving up. And the only reason that the 10-year note rate in the United States hasn't moved up is the market's coming down, so a lot of people have been buying notes and bonds in order to sit it out, so to speak. And I've got the short-term rate early this morning at 0.94, and that was as low as 0.70. So that's going to have a lot to do with the cost of mortgages, which moved up this week again, this past week. Moved up by about 0.8% approximately. But anyway, we watch all this stuff all day long. The dollar looked a little bit weaker today. How was your USDX?
Oh, 89.05. It was higher earlier in the day.
Right. It eased. I was going to say it eased going into the close. I think with the situation right at this moment with the dollar is, I don't think it's strong. I think the other currencies are weak. And I think that not in the euro, but in the pound, the British are deliberately taking that thing down. And the Canadian dollar, too, is another one. This is deliberate. And you could see by the way it trades. Earlier on, I got the pound at 126.25. It's even, 139.38. 139.38. And it was lower in the trading day and closed lower. What do you get for questions there?
During the Great Depression, it was said that cash was king. Will paper money be king during the coming depression?
No, because it's a fiat currency, and when we had our depression in the 1930s, the currency was backed by gold. And in fact, gold went up twice during that period. And Homestake, the mining company, went from $36 to $630 a share during that time. So gold performed very well, and I think it will again. It's a flight to quality. I mean, the euro's got backing of gold, but we don't know what it is. I'm guessing it's 7% down from 15%, because they've been selling gold into the market for the last 5 years. And, you know, they lie about everything, so who knows what they've got. But the main thing is that there's continually little selling here and little selling there in the market. So the central banks can't have a lot of gold left. And the U.S., we don't know what they've got. We just don't know. They won't tell us. Another state secret. Absolutely ridiculous.
Cash might have been king in the depression, but gold is going to be king during this depression. You know, so gold is the currency today. Gold is what you want to have underneath your mattress today. And you know, an interesting observation, when I was taking my little weekend trip down to Lancaster County, there were no semis on the road, Bob. Usually when I drive down on a Saturday, I'm always fighting the semi-traffic and so forth. And it didn't dawn on me until I was heading back Saturday evening. I saw like one semi. So it's like these guys, they don't have anything to ship. Their inventories are so low, no one is purchasing anything. They don't have anything to ship, and if they do, they're hanging out until they have full loads. And I haven't seen it that slow since gasoline was over $4. You know, that I took it where it was so severe that you actually take notice. And so I thought that was an interesting observation.
Well, what they're doing between now and June is they're auditing the mail delivery, and that is, what is the volume of mail? And the volume, of course, has dropped off, and they're trying to find out exactly how much, because they changed the amount of money that's paid for the route. If the route decreases in the number of letters that go out to it. So they're busy doing that over there.
Have we seen the high in metals for the year?
No, I think we got a long way to go. If the coin market is any indication worldwide, I was discussing this with Melody earlier today. I got an email this morning, and this lady listens to this program. And she just moved over from Buenos Aires across the River Plate over to Montevideo in Uruguay. And there's so few coins about that the premium on bullion coins in Montevideo is 45%. Now, on bullion coins in America, would you say is an average?
on bullion coin.
Right.
And, well, off of spot price, 10% or less.
Yeah, so you can see that they just don't have the product. That's why they're so high. And she was trying to figure out a way to get coins there that she owns. And I said, well, you got to go to the government first and find out what they'll allow you to do. And then you got to talk to the dealers to see what you should bring in that's, resaleable, easily. And a few other tips. There's a lot of